What is up, YouTube? It's Ethan here. I've got an awesome hiking video for you guys today. I'm here in Deer Creek Canyon outside of Littleton, Colorado, and I am on what I like to call the secret trail. It's an unmarked hiking trail. It's technically part of Deer Creek Canyon Park, which is owned by the Jefferson County Park System, but it's actually, like I said, it's an unmarked hiking trail, so it's not on any map, and not a lot of people know about it. I come out here all the time to go hiking. It's only a 15-minute drive from my house, so it's a perfect place to go hiking, on a weekend where I can't get out of town, or, just maybe after I get off work, like whatever. It's a perfect place to come and do some hiking and get out in nature. And like I said, it's not marked, so not a lot of people know about it. There are some locals that know about this trail, so every once in a while I'll see another hiker when I'm out here, but for the most part I generally don't see anyone else when I come up here. When I parked my car on Deer Creek Canyon Road where the trail starts, there were no other cars parked out there, so I would have to assume that there's no other people out here unless somebody else has pulled up since I started hiking. But as you can see, there's a little bit of snow. It's mostly just kind of this wet, slushy snow. It rained in Denver yesterday, and so up here in the foothills there was a little bit of snow. We're only probably about a third of a mile away from where this trail ends, which this trail actually connects to another hiking trail in Deer Creek Canyon Park, and that one's actually like a marked hiking trail. But this is an awesome trail. There's some great views, lots of solitude, and I'm definitely excited to show you guys. So I'm actually, like I said, I'm only about a third of a mile away from the end of the trail. So I'm starting from the top and working my way back down in this video, just because this is actually a pretty strenuous trail. It is, according to my phone, I've used, my pedometer on my phone and my altimeter to get some more information about this trail, and it's about 3 miles long. So from where you park your car on the road to where it connects to that other trail, it's about 3 miles. And so doing this whole trail would be about a 6-mile hike. And this trail does gain about 2,000 feet of elevation, so it's fairly strenuous trail, actually. It's definitely not just like a nice leisurely walk. This trail starts, like I said, right off of Deer Creek Canyon Road, and the starting elevation, according to my altimeter, is 6,053 feet, and it ends, and where the trail ends, where it connects to that other hiking trail, the elevation up there is about, according to my phone, it's 8,190 feet. So it is just over 2,000 feet of elevation gain. Right now I'm at about 70, I think I just checked my phone and it said a little ways up there I was 7,600 feet up. So I'm probably like 7,400 feet right now. But anyways, you can see this is kind of why I decided to turn around. I'm just wearing these regular old tennis shoes, so not really appropriate footwear to be hiking in all this mud and slush. But further down the trail, there's not too much of this, so let's keep going. Alright, so we're starting to be able to get some views, as you can see, kind of through the clearing in the trees. Straight ahead is actually the Denver Tech Center, and then down there is South Valley Park, which is a really cool spot with a lot of red rock formations. Another place where you can go hiking, although there are a lot more people out there. But we'll definitely get some better views as we keep going. Alright, we're getting some fantastic views here. As you can see down there, that is all South Valley Park, and that's where all these those cool looking red rock formations are. You can, like I said, go hiking through those. Just beyond it, right There's the hogback. And then of course out there, that is the downtown Denver skyline. Getting an excellent view of that right now. And then if you look over there, just to the right of the skyline, that is Chatfield Lake. There's actually another state park there, Chatfield State Park, which is a cool spot to go. And then, of course, down there, that's the Denver Tech Center down there. That second, smaller skyline. Anyway, getting some amazing views from this point here. So let's keep going to get some more views. Alright, well, we are coming out to what is without a doubt my favorite spot on this hike. And I'm going to show you why here in a minute. Get some great scenery from this point here. And it's a very peaceful spot. Some cacti growing down here. Something you don't really expect to see in the foothills outside of Denver, but they are here. Check that out. That little peak up there. Some really cool rock formations. Almost kind of looks like scenery from the Black Hills. And then let me take you up here. This is my spot right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you look down there, that rock right there, there have been times where I've hiked up here and sat for over an hour on that rock, just kind of enjoying nature and getting some peaceful alone time. And of course, if you look that way, we're still getting some good views of South Valley Park down there, and the Denver Tech Center and Chatfield Lake over there. Can't really get two good views of downtown Denver from here, but those views will come back shortly a little bit further down the trail. But like I said, this is my favorite spot on the trail. It's right about the halfway point, so 1.5 miles up from the road, and it's incredible, as you can see. For being so close to the city, this is a really nice and pretty remote place to go hiking. That's what I love about Denver. You don't have to go too far outside the city to see stuff like this. But anyway, it's time to keep going, and there will be more awesome views coming up shortly. Here, I just want to show you, this is kind of pretty standard for most of this trail. It kind of loops up and just kind of keeps going up that way. So it's a pretty steep trail. Like I said, definitely not something I would recommend for a beginner hiker. Well, as you can see, we've got some awesome views Once again, there's Denver skyline, Chatfield Lake, Denver Tech Center, and all those rock formations down in South Valley Park, the Hogback, everything. Like I said, this trail really does have some spectacular views. And if you go right over here, you get some pretty awesome views of the foothills. Now actually, this kind of looks like another little trail that branches off of the main one that goes back here. But the truth is that you definitely want to be careful about hiking these little trails like this, because those are game trails, and this area does actually have quite a bit of wildlife. I've never seen any, but I've definitely seen some evidence of bears and mountain lions up here. And I have seen, of course, deer and a few elk and even some bighorn sheep. So like I said, there is quite a bit of wildlife out here. Well, I would have to say it's probably the best view we've gotten of those rock formations down there since we started this hike. This is really cool. Like I said to you, there is a trail that actually goes all the way through that valley, and you can go right through all those formations. But there is quite a few more people that go hiking down there, so keep that in mind. And if you look, all of this stuff here, this is actually all oak brush, and as you can see, there's a lot of it. And that's why this area actually has more bears and mountain lions than you would see, or than there would normally be in most other areas of the foothills, is because a lot of different kinds of animals, bears and mountain lions included, use that oak brush for both food and cover. So I personally always bring bear spray, as you can see when I come out here, because I just want to be safe, but I know that most people don't. Now this is kind of weird up here. I've always wondered what that is. It's just kind of like a like a cage in the middle of the woods, and it's all overgrown now. It's kind of creepy looking, actually. I'm thinking there maybe used to be like a cell tower or something like that up here, and they decided to take it out, but then left this little fence cage thing. Either way, it's kind of weird. But anyway, I'm actually getting pretty close to the to getting back to where the road is. Not too much further from here. But anyway, as you can see, still getting some really cool views here, some great scenery. Alright guys, well this right here is one of those game trails I was talking about. As you can see, you can see that there's kind of a little bit of trail through the oak brush there. But it's best to leave stuff like that for the animals that like to use them. I did go back there one time, and there was definitely some evidence of bears. I saw some bear scat and bear tracks, and even saw what looked like a couple of mountain lion tracks. So I decided it probably would be best from now on just to stick to this main trail here. Well, here's another one of those game trails. There's quite a bit of them off this trail, actually. But I'm starting to hear some cars again, so we are getting really close to the road and to the end of this trail. But as you can see, this is a, I don't know if you can really tell from the video, but this is a pretty steep trail. Alright guys, well there is Deer Creek Canyon Road down there. So we are pretty much at the end of this trail. Alright, well there's the road. We have reached the end of the hiking trail. And I'll show you in a second here. It's gonna come into view in just a second. Down there is Deer Creek, which is what this area was named after. Obviously, it's the Deer Creek Canyon. That's Deer Creek. And up there, that is my car. That is where I'm parked. So the only thing, as you can see, it's kind of you can't really just cross over onto the road from right here, so you kind of have to go down here a little bit to cross the road. Alright, well once again there's Deer Creek down there. My car is right there on the side of the road, and as you can see there's nobody else here. I did not see a single other person the whole time I was out here. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As you can see, this is a pretty awesome spot to go hiking. Once again, it's right outside of Denver, only a 15-minute drive from my house. And I didn't see a single other person out here today. It's just me, total isolation. And of course, as you saw, some spectacular scenery. So once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll have some new content posted soon. And now the only thing left for me to do is go ahead and cross the creek here and try not to fall in. Alright guys, have a good one. I'll see you later.